afternoon YouTube, Xfile2708 back again with another pickups video. Got a mixture here, primarily CX pickups from the last week and a half. There's two little ones from Cash Converters, HMV, and then a couple which I'll start this video with from fellow friends and YouTubers. So first one, had this one a couple of weeks now, hadn't had a chance to show it on the channel, but one that came through from my good friend Craig over at Bumpers Movies, our bootleg buddy. Yeah, this was a film, if you remember, I watched probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, one that I spoke very highly of on the recent watches, I think going back 2 episodes now. But yeah, this is a movie that's a mockumentary, if you like, or a parody of Jaws, but it's set at a golf club. And instead of being about a killer great white, it's about a killer lawnmower. There you go. If you want to know any more, check back a couple of recent watches ago and you'll see me talking about this one. So this was one that I watched on Firestick Plus. I think my good friend Bryn over at Horror Hands had mentioned it on one of his videos. So checked it out on my good old Firestick Plus service. Absolutely loved it. So got in touch with Craig and said, I think I can't remember if it's Umbrella or Vinegar Syndrome, someone had done a Blu-ray release, but it hadn't got one in this country. And for me to get it imported, I think the base price of it was about £30 to £40 before shipping costs and possibly customs charges and the like. So Craig very kindly sorted me a bootleg copy of it. So really pleased to be able to add it into the collection. See the old Discaroonie there, and it's got all of the gubbins on the back there. But yeah, absolutely fantastic killer lawnmower film from I think it's from the 80s. Don't even know if it'll say on here. No, not too sure, but yeah, there we go. Looking forward to giving it another watch, probably in the next few months. So absolutely brilliant film. There we go. That's Blades, and thanks to for Craig for sorting a copy of that for me. Link to everybody I've mentioned, including Bumper, in the description as always. So there we go. That's the first one, guys. Blades. Right, next up, this one came through this morning with a little note as well, one I'd completely forgotten about, and this is from my good friend Roy over at Blue Roy Movies. Now, it was something we spoke about probably, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 months ago. I think Roy had got he'd ordered a duplicate copy, or somehow he'd double dipped on this particular title, and on his video that he put up talking about it, I think I commented and said, oh yeah, that's one I still need for my subset for this particular person, and Roy said, yeah, don't worry, I'll pop it through to you. Both myself and Roy completely forgot about it. Roy yeah, he put up a video this morning, it was. Blimey, my memory's terrible. Doing his updated movie room now that his lad's moved out. And he came across it the other day while he was moving everything from upstairs, I think, where it was, into the new room. And he very kindly sent it across. So the note from Roy, which I will be keeping and putting in with the film. Hey Marcus, sorry for the delay on this one. I found it whilst moving stuff about and then remembered I said I would send it to you. It's my age, with a big smiley face. All the best, mate, Roy. So there we go, that's that one. So, and the film, guys, is for my Clint Eastwood subset, and it is Where Eagles Dare. So still sealed on Blu-ray. One of these safe, one of these space. That's the word. Fucking hell. One of these space-saving cases where they're half the size of the regular Blu-ray cases. But yeah, I don't even know if I've seen this one, to be fair. I know it's a was it a war thriller, I think it's classed as. But yeah, don't know. I might have seen bits of it over the years. But yeah, fantastic addition to the Clint Eastwood subset. I'm probably, I don't know, sitting around 15 movies of his so far in the collection. And I haven't watched a bad one yet. So, yeah, Where Eagles Dare. And again, link to Roy's channel in the description. And like I say, he's put a video up today of an updated movie room tour. Now that his lad's moved out and he's utilising his lad's bedroom that he was in. So check that out, guys. And if you're not subscribed to Roy, I think everybody in the community knows Roy. Absolutely fantastic, down to earth guy. He's in our rivals, the Lords of the Movie Loons group. So obviously you got myself, Tim, and Ash. We're the horror Lords of Darkness, and then Roy and quite a few of the others are in the Movie Loons group. Yeah, we'll have to have a Loons versus Lords movie off at some point soon. So brilliant. There we go. Thanks very much, Roy, for sending that through. Looking forward, hopefully, in the next few days to cracking the seal on this one and giving it a watch. So there we go. That's the next one, Where Eagles Dare. Right, next up, one that I got from HMV last weekend. One for my 101 Films collection. I don't think you can see it. It's on that particular shelf there. But yeah, get a nice 101 collection together. This was one I'd got on DVD. I think it was one that Tim had sent across at some point in the past. So I've passed my DVD copy over to Lewis and upgraded to the Blu-ray. So as you can see, guys, reduced to $7.99. So there we go, some David Cronenberg goodness. One that I haven't watched for a while, and yeah, 1977. So looking forward to giving it a rewatch and delving into all the extras that you get on these 101 releases. So there we go, that's the next one, guys. And that was very good. When myself and Lewis went into HMV at the weekend, literally $7.99, that's all I spent. So there we go. But we won't talk about what I've spent in CX after that. So there we go. There's Rabid. Next up, two from Cash Converters. Neither of these are horrors, both comedies. They are DVD releases. I've been reluctant recently buying DVDs from charity shops. Those of you that follow the channel will know myself and Lewis, we've got what is now, I think, 26 boxes of DVDs still to go through as part of the Mega Haul series. So, you know, you're probably talking, I don't know, what you're talking, 1,500, 2,000 DVDs to go through. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to buy these DVDs from the charity shop because the likelihood is they're going to be possibly in one of the boxes upstairs and not going to cost me anything. But it is what it is. Both of these films I haven't seen on my travels in the charity shops previously. They were 10 pence each, so if I do end up doubling up on them, then so be it. I'll just chuck it back into a local charity shop. So first one is a Simon Pegg film that I haven't seen before. But myself and Lewis love watching Simon Pegg. Obviously the likes of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, what's the other one? Oh, it's not going to be on there, is it? It's going to be over there. Is it Absolutely? No, Run Fat Boy Run, and I think there's one Absolutely Anything it's called. But yeah, big Simon Pegg fan. I haven't seen, this is Big Nothing, this one's called. And it's got, what's his name? David Schwimmer. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he used to be in Friends. But what's that? Lewis has just messaged me from school, and all I can see on the thing, it says, "Oi, Baldy." Cheeky fucker. But yeah, there we go. Big Nothing. If anyone has seen this one, like I say, I haven't seen it. It's not one I've seen mentioned on anybody's channel. Is it any good? Let me know in the comments. So, Big Nothing. And like I say, there you go. 10 pence. So, it's worth a punt. There we go. That's that one. And the other one from the charity shop. There you go. Drop Dead Fred. Rik Mayall. Goodness. Oh, Lewis has messaged me again. Bear with me a second, guys. Let's have a cut. Right, there we go. Half an hour later. All sorted, guys. Bloody hell. Panic stations. Lewis was getting messages from the social housing people. Saying about the flat and the availability. For some reason, they've had his mobile number on the application rather than mine. And as it stands, I could be moving by the end of next week. Fucking hell! But there we go. Anyway, so if things go quiet next week onwards, I'm going to be knee deep in boxes trying to move house. So, there we go. Watch this space. Anyway, where was I? Never a dull moment here. Drop Dead Fred. 10 pence, local cash converters. Comedy starring the man, the legend, Rik Mayall. Rest in peace. Taken from us far too early. Absolute comedy genius. Haven't seen this one probably since my kid sister was a wee bairn. I remember watching this on the telly with her many years ago, or VHS, whichever it was. Absolutely brilliant. Rik Mayall, comedy genius. So had to get that back into the collection. So there we go. There's Drop Dead Fred. And if I do have to go again, guys, it'll be the estate agents or somebody else ringing up. So we'll have another cut. There we go. Anyway, on to the CEX purchases. First up, again, one that I watched for the very first time, probably a month or two ago now, starring the legendary Vincent Price, one that I spoke very highly of on a recent watches. Absolutely brilliant, brutal as fuck for is it early 70s? Stuart, pass me across your Sherlock. I can't remember now. It's either late 60s or early 70s, but brutal as fuck, really is. Absolutely superb film. One that I watched on, I think it was Legend TV at the time. And as soon as I saw it in the local CX on physical media, £5 had to be grabbed. So there we go. That's that one. And then I think this was one, again, Bryn over at Horror Hands. He's got an absolutely superb knowledge of horror films and a horror collection that's second to none. I think this was one I got as a recommendation off one of his recent videos. Stone Vision Entertainment, somewhere in the depth of space, a horrific nightmare is about to become reality. And it's a Norman J. Warren film. So, again, saw that in the local CX, so thought, right, I'll jump on that. Bryn's very, I would say very rarely wrong, but his love of horror and mine are very, very similar. So, very few films that we disagree opinions on. So, yeah, hoping this one's going to be decent. Inseminoid. This one, I know it's going to be terrible. I told Lewis the title and Lewis just laughed. But you know me, guys, I love my So Bad It's Good movies. And like I say, this is no doubt one of them. And it is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Death and Porridge. So I know it's going to be an absolute stinker, but I really can't wait to just see how bad it is. So if anyone has seen it, funny enough, I've not seen anyone mention this one. So if you have seen it, let me know how you got on with it. So there we go. There's Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Death and Porridge. Next up, one from 1944, starring the legend Bela Lugosi. And it's a film that I haven't seen before, so £1.50 on DVD. I thought, yeah, I'll give it a punt. So, a bit of a Voodoo Man. So, if anyone has seen that one, again, let me know how you got on with it. So, Bela Lugosi, Dracula, stars as Dr. Richard Marlowe, a mad scientist intent on bringing his late wife Evelyn back from the dead using voodoo magic in an atmospheric chiller. So there we go, Voodoo Man. Next up, I don't think I've seen this one before, but looks as though it might be a decent 2000s slasher. And it's a movie called Timber Falls. Again, never seen anyone talk about this one, so I think it's from 2007. So if anyone has seen that one, again, let me know how you got on with it. So there we go, that's that one. Next up, I do like grabbing the After Dark franchise of movies. I have got a few over there on DVD already. I think I've got the likes of Rogue River, Prowl. I think I've got another couple as well. Can't see them off the top of my head, but this was one from 2011 that I hadn't got, and I don't think I've seen it before. Certainly when I checked on my Letterboxd, it wasn't one that I'd rated previously. So Tape 407. So I know some of these are very low budget. They can be very hit and miss, but there is some decent ones on the label. So and again, if it's a bad film, I don't mind. Sometimes I can get more enjoyment from a bad film than I do from a half decent one. So there we go, there's Tape 407. Next up, hadn't heard of this one. What I tend to do when I go over to a local CX is I'll just do a search. I always search Blu-rays, 4Ks, specifically by store, World Cinema, things like that. But then I also look at DVD and by horror genre. And this one came up in the local one that myself and Lewis were going over to. And I think it reviewed, again, half decent, so I thought I'd take a punt on it. So it's a movie called Actors Wanted. Again, never heard anybody in the community talking about this one, so if you have seen it before, let me know if it was any good. Thousands respond to an audition posted on Craigslist, and 7 aspiring actors are chosen to star in a horror film. Blah, blah, blah. So there we go. I'll check that one out at some point. There we go. Actors Wanted. Again, another one I know is going to be absolutely horrible. But, you know, I do like a creepy doll movie. And, you know, even if it's ones like The Boy and Robert and stuff like that, I know they're terrible, but I'll get something out of each and every one of them generally. So yeah, like I say, I think this one's going to be awful, but it was £1.50 on DVD, and it's another creepy doll one for the collection. So, movie called Charlotte. Doesn't say when it's from. Bottom right hand corner of the box does say 2018, so it might, 2017, 2018. Strong violence, gory images, and language. Whatever that means as a warning on the back of the box, a language. But there we go, Charlotte. One that's been on my list a couple of times to grab before. I think this is a... Oh no, I thought it was a World Cinema one for some reason. Necromentia. So look at that cover. Looks a creepy ass monster, that does. So I think when I looked at this one previously, it was one that reviewed quite well on Letterboxd and IMDb. So again, for £1.50, I thought, stuff it, let's add it into the collection and see how we get on with it. So inspired by the work of Clive Barker, Necromentia tells the story of what happens when you meddle with superstition and try to cross into another dimension using the powers of a Ouija board. So there we go, Necromentia. It's that one. Right, we've got 3 more to go. Lewis stitching me up again with some more Anchor Bay goodness. One of these I've already got 2 different releases of the same movie on Anchor Bay. This is another, so this will be me treble dipping. So there you go. You'll know I like a double dip sometimes, or even a treble dip if I'm feeling particularly daring. And that one is, and it cost me £5. So £5 for a movie that I've already got twice on DVD already, and I think I've got it on Blu-ray as well. So yeah, there you go. Let's have a bit of Halloween. I don't know if that... There you go, that lenticular might, there you go, kind of show up. But yeah, it was a Anchor Bay release of Halloween that I hadn't already got in the collection, so I thought I'd add that variant. And it is a double discer as well, and it's got the pamphlet in there as well, which is minty mint, which is always nice. So yeah, that's my 3rd DVD copy, and I think my 4th copy overall of John Carpenter's Halloween. So there we go, that's that one there. And then the other one, which I was really pleased to get actually, I do like a good creature feature, and this is a Red Label Anchor Bay release. Bit pricey, but looking on IMDb when myself and Lewis were in the CX, I think this one goes for £10 upwards normally on the Bay. So figured, yeah, let's add it into the collection. It was one that I got a particular interest in watching. It's about a killer boar, I think it is. So yeah, Red Label, there you go, Red Label Anchor Bay. See the bottom there. And there's the Red Label Anchor Bay disc. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. So about a killer boar in the, I'm guessing it's the Australian outback. So if anyone has seen that one, let me know. But nice addition to the Anchor Bay collection. And then to finish, again, really pleased with this one. Another one that Lewis spotted. He's costing me a fortune. He finishes school this week. Breaks up fully, all of his exams done, and then waiting to start college in September. So I'm going to have to start putting some money by, because, you know, we're going to be out and about doing CXs. He keeps spotting all this this really good movie goodness for me. So costing me a fucking fortune. But anyway, that aside, this was one Lewis spotted, and it's a nice upgrade for me. I think Nige passed me over the DVD of this when he popped across on one of his visits. So that DVD's now gone across to Lewis for his collection. And I have upgraded, I don't know, some sort of limited edition release of Stephen King's Firestarter. So really nice price on this one as well. So it's in a decent rigid box. That's that one. And you've got the Blu-ray, and it also includes a really nice poster. A little bit thin, but it's a really nice poster. Old Drew Barrymore there. There we go. So whether I end up getting that framed, I'll have to see what space we've got at the new place once all my Billy bookcases are in place. But yeah, there's the Amaray. Also includes book and art cards. I won't get all of the art cards out, but I will show you those that are in there. So you've got a book there with all information about the movie and things like that. Then got art cards, quite thin, definitely not second sight standards, but there you go. Can't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. And then it's a double discer with reversible artwork. There we go. So there we go, guys. That's my CX pickups all caught up with. Apologies for the cut, but the way I'll edit this together, it'll be seamless for you guys anyway. Like I say, everything looks now as though it's full steam ahead for moving. Could be moving into the new place from the end of next week. So myself and Lewis, Frenchie and James are going to have work cut out, getting everything boxed up here and packed away and sorted and moved over to the new place, potentially a lot sooner than we expected. So there we go. If you've seen any of those pickups, guys, let me know in the comments. There might be one or two more videos this week. See how it goes. Like I say, potentially having to start the ball ache of a task of getting everything packed up, ready for moving. So if things do go quiet on the channel, guys, for a week or two, don't panic. A lot of you speak to me on Facebook and Messenger and WhatsApp and things like that anyway. So I will be about, just might not be videos for a week or two, but we'll see. Never say never. Anyway, that's my video for today, guys. As always, thanks very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. I may or may not be back later in the week with another video. Who knows? Bye for now, guys.